Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you. Take care.
Good luck. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, I mean, he's talking about managing the situation better against 10 men. Should it have been that nervy?
I don't think it should have, but I think when you look at Arsenal, the last few games, 4 or 5 games, it feels like that in every game, even though they've not gone down to 10 men in some of those. But you look at Chelsea going down to 10 men and they seem to, obviously, they played with a little bit more freedom, but at the same time, you'd have thought that Arsenal would have been more organised to try and get amongst them, drop off them, get the ball, and then break into the areas where they can. But it just seems very, I don't know, very fragile. I felt it. I mean, in the studio, I felt it. But, like, in the end, they got over the line. But it's something that they've got to be worried about because we're not finishing off games. We're not finishing off chances in the first half. I thought there were opportunities for people to take first-time shots or take the shots quicker. They didn't take them. And that's what can happen in the game. If the game goes like that, whether you go to 10 men or not, Gaffer, if you don't take the chances and it's one, the other team will get back in it, 10 men or 11.
Bit of a nervy finale, but a big win. How did you do it?
A big win. I'm very happy. For big periods, I think the team performed in an excellent way. I think the margin should have been bigger at half-time, the way we conceded the goal, and the moment especially that we conceded, it was painful, but as well as the quality of Chelsea, the players, and what they can deliver. So after scoring the 2-1, we had another big chance with Epps, and then the red card, and after that, we should have managed that situation better, but we can talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, just from your grin, actually, at the start of the interview, did you find that last, 5, 6, maybe even longer minutes uncomfortable on the touchline?
They are uncomfortable because they have so much quality, and even when they use the keeper, they can get out of this situation with 10 men. We didn't adjust things well, and sometimes that happens. You take things for granted. We didn't play like we played the other action, especially when we had the opportunity to do so. So something to improve there.
Yeah, Mikel was saying about we've got to learn, but they went down to 10. They went against 10 men at the bridge, so they haven't learned how to, and they got a point there. And Chelsea actually should have won that game. Again, they created quite a bit with 10 men. So they hadn't learned. They had a chance to learn. What would we do if it happens again? And they showed there that they were very nervous again. And it was one that they, as we said before, they got over the line. And you've got to do that. If you're going to win the league, if they're going to win the league over 38 games, you can't play pure every single game. But when your opponents, go down to 10 men and you're leading the game
at home,
that's a different scenario.
Is that not understandable, given the fact that they're there to be shot at? They haven't got over the line yet in previous seasons.
Steve, it's understandable, of course, because they've not got over the line, and this is the 4th time they're trying. So what's happening is that maybe they're having the ghost of Christmas past. I don't know what's going on in respects of not being able to get over the line more comfortably than they have done in the last few years. And they've got a better squad. It's something that they've experienced it. They know what's going to happen at this stage of the season. And I think they should be prepared better for it mentally. Because what you're seeing in every game, whether it's against Wolves or Manchester City, there's a period in the second half that everything seems to go out the window and our goalkeeper ends up saving everything for us. And I don't think it should be like that with the amount of experience we've got in the last 4 seasons.
Yeah, well, they've been in this...
One ugly, but... It's 3 points, 3 very important points. I think last week and today there was 2 big derbies, and they had to respond on critics, how they failed, mentally, and they did it. They got 6 points. I remember back in days when we were winning titles, how many times we won ugly as well. So for me, the most important thing is to get the 3 points today.
Yeah, you pointed to those before. When you've come off the pitch knowing that perhaps you haven't been in sparkling form, but you've won, sometimes you got more satisfaction from that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think if you ask this question to the Arsenal players, I think they will tell you that they would love to play differently and to get the 3 points. But I'm sure that Glenn and Ian will agree with me by saying that. The most difficult trophy in your career is the first one. So as soon as you win something, all of a sudden the experience and the confidence change like this, You press the button and all of a sudden that kind of moments you have on the pitch, you manage it differently.
So having been through it then, what I've just asked the guys here, for the next 9 games, how do they cope mentally better with this pressure?
Listen, I kind of disagree with everything I've heard, so far for weeks now. I think Arsenal, are still first on the table. They have 5 points gap now. The big games coming, at the Etihad soon. They're still qualified on the four competitions. So far so good. I think if you tell me that it's worrying to watch Arsenal, sometimes they are sending worry messages on the pitch. I just want to tell those people that Arsenal are first on the table. They've been leading the Premier League for months now. So if they can win like this at the end of the season, that's fair for me. Yes. Fair enough. People can try to find arguments, to make Arsenal weak sometimes, but I think they still win the games, important games, and they are first on the table. This is, for me, this is as simple as that, Actually, they're leading the Premier League.
The title race is reaching a dramatic climax, and the debate is heating up everywhere. On the panel, Wright and Patrick Vieira gave their honest take on where the trophy could be headed. With every game now feeling like a final, both legends stressed that mentality and composure will define the champions. A huge talking point was the impact of David Raya. His crucial saves kept momentum alive at a pivotal moment in the race. In tight matches like these, one big stop can feel just as important as a last-minute winner, and Raya delivered when it mattered most. Then came the reaction from Mikel Arteta, who addressed the growing pressure and expectations. Calm but defiant, Arteta made it clear that his squad thrives under intensity. He emphasized unity, focus, and blocking out outside noise as the run-in reaches its most tense stage. Adding fuel to the conversation was the perspective of Gary Neville, whose interview comments sparked debate about whether this team truly has what it takes to go all the way. The back-and-forth analysis only highlighted how razor-thin the margins are at the top. With legendary voices weighing in and decisive moments unfolding weekly, the title race feels more unpredictable than ever. One save, one slip, one bold statement, everything counts now. The pressure is relentless, and the drama is only just beginning.